Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Lynn. Welcome to my home. I just thought I'd jump on here. First of all, happy Thanksgiving. This is Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. I'm not cooking a thing for tomorrow. Well, maybe dinner tomorrow night, but we are going over to where I work. Long story, but there is an addiction recovery center connected with what I do, and we volunteer one of the holidays a year, Easter, Thanksgiving, or Christmas, to spend time with the people in the addiction recovery and their families. We serve them a meal and we eat a meal with them and we enjoy that. So there's 14 of us getting together from my family tomorrow to eat there. And then after we serve and clean up, there's a big lounge next to the dining area. We're going to hang out there by the fireplace and chat and get together as family for however long. Some have to hit the road shortly thereafter to go to another, family event and so on and so forth. But the kids can run around, the few that are going to be there, and we'll have a good time. So I ran to Stop and Shop for the main attraction for breakfast tomorrow, which is what my husband wanted, lemon curd. I have tried making this homemade. I need to work on it more. I just don't have the time to perfect it. So I went and got a jar of that. It was on sale. It's in the international section, at least in my Stop and Shop. And I knew I needed some butter and a couple things were on sale. So I just needed a few fillers, and Gavin needed some of Gavin things that he prefers. So we did a quick walk around. They just totally remodeled my Stop and Shop. We love it. I love it. There's so many people there complaining, but we live in a very large community of senior citizens, and I'm a senior citizen, but I'm not there yet. You change one thing and they flip out. And they were in the store. I'm like, I like the store. Gavin and I like it. So I thought I'd jump on and show you a few of the things that I got. I don't know. I like seeing what people get. So these were 5 for $5. So they're $1 a package, and they're the corn in the butter sauce. They had the green beans, amandine. I think I'm the only one that likes those. And the broccoli and cheese, and we don't like. I got 5 of these. So let me put these aside so I can make some room here. And then I wanted kielbasa. So these were 2 for $7, so I got 2. And this will be for tomorrow night's dinner. I have a recipe. It's this and stewed tomatoes and cream cheese, and you melt it all down and then you add it to pasta, and it's so good. And it's the kind of thing that you can make for, like, does anybody want to eat tonight? There's a pot on the stove, help yourself. So I think what I'm going to do is saute these in the morning on top of the stove in the frying pan, cut them up, put them in the crock pot now that they're nice and crisp, they get that brown, and add the stewed tomatoes and the cream cheese. Just put it on low, let it all melt together all day, and then when I come home, I'll add it to the pasta. But where we're going, we're also serving and we're eating, and it's not, the home cooking that you're used to. So we don't really eat a big Thanksgiving meal because of, it's just not, it's not your typical homemade food, and we're also working, kind of serving. So we'll probably come home later that night and want to eat something. And I do have up here is part of my pantry. I have some chips up there, and I have onion dip, so we can do that. And I think we have like some little snacky things if anybody wants snacks. So I think that would be good. This is my favorite bread. I used to buy it years ago. I'm hooked on it again. It's the thin bread. It's by Pepperidge Farms. It is a little bit pricier. You got to be careful with the budget. But here's the thing. It's thin. We like thin toast or a thin sandwich if we're going to have liverwurst or a tuna sandwich or ham salad or egg salad, something like that. We like the thinner bread, and we like this as toast. So I'll take a few slices out. We'll use it, stick the rest in the freezer, versus buying another loaf of bread that we usually end up having to, it just doesn't do well. Some of the other breads, they don't do well in the freezer. This one does. Gavin needed potato rolls for his chicken sandwiches that he lives on, so we got 2 packages of those, and these are his new favorites. These are by Purdue chicken breast patties. This is on my list. I'm going to talk about this in one of my up-and-coming videos, but my goals for 2025, some of the things that I'd like to do, and that would be making homemade chicken patties and homemade potato rolls. So I got to work on that. I've never done it. They had these on sale. Is it the Cabot? Is that how you say it? And these were I think 2 for $4, if I remember. Maybe 2 for $6, but I think they were 2 for $4. So I got the sharp cheddar, and then I got the pepper jack. And if you bought 2 of these, you got a bag of the shredded for $1.77, and I could kick myself that I didn't get it. Or if you bought 2 shredded, you got 1 of these for $1.77. And I just, at the time, went, yeah, I don't need that. And I'm like, Lynn, you can always freeze the cheese. That was a good deal. But anyway, they had butter for $2.99, so I got 2 of those. They had these on sale, the Breakstones spreadable butter. I got this because it was the only one in a store that I went to a couple weeks ago. And I knew my husband wanted the soft butter. It's so good. It's so good. I couldn't believe it. So these were on sale for $2.99, so I got those. Gavin wanted this Rockin' Protein Builder Max. I don't know, I'm not into that, but he wanted 2 of those, so he got that. My husband loves eggnog. 'Tis the season, so I got that. Gavin wants to try it. I'm not an eggnog person. We are almost out of crackers, so I wanted to stock up on the crackers. Sometimes for lunch, even breakfast, I'll do crackers and peanut butter. You ever do that? Even crackers and peanut butter and jelly. A lot of times that's a breakfast or lunch for me. The Triscuits were on sale, and then as I was checking out, the guy in the checkout said, these were on sale, so they're actually cheaper than the store brand, but he says the Stop & Shop store brand of the Triscuit version, he said you can't tell the difference. So note to self for next time. This is a mama treat. So I love pizza. I could eat pizza 7 days a week. And my guys like pizza, but I love pizza. So I thought I'm going to get this, put it in the freezer. I can take one to lunch, or sometimes when I come home from work, there's leftovers in the fridge. The guys are helping themselves, and I just want a little. Got the pizza. They had Starbucks creamer. Gavin wanted to get one for him and his dad. I really have just stuck to my homemade creamer, but this is the cinnamon dolce latte. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, creamer with real milk and cream. So that was on sale. And this I got from me, chocolate milk. I wanted a I was craving a chocolate milkshake, or a milkshake. So this was $1.39 or $1.37, a lot cheaper than buying a milkshake. So I got one for May. Gavin got his protein, and then I got one of these, but it was coffee flavored. And that went with my husband upstairs. He's going to go head out and take a nap. Folgers, not on sale. None of the coffee was on sale. Stop & Shop always has coffee on sale. But we needed we like variety of coffee. And I have Dunkin', McCafe, and I wanted Folgers just to have that mix. And this will, next couple weeks, we'll have that. If you're British or Scottish, clubs. They had clubs in the international section. I was looking for the lemon curd, which I got. And then I was looking for, I want to make oat cakes. I've never made oat cakes, and I want to make them and put my cheese on it. So I've had this craving to just make oat cakes. And I didn't know what to buy for a flour, so I was looking to see if they had anything. I'll have to, Google it or use AI to get the right kind of alternative that I can use. We order these from the Scottish Butcher in North Jersey. Clubs. My favorite are the orange clubs. You know what? You've stole my heart if you buy me an orange club. Well, they had the regular milk chocolate clubs, so there's 5 in here. So there's me and my husband and Gavin, and my son Graham and his wife Heather. So we each get a club for Thanksgiving. If you're Scottish or British, you know how good these are. A treat for me going in my purse. Another Scottish, the fruit, they're like little fruit jelly things. They were like $1 something. That's for me. Gavin saw these and just fell in love. He loves red velvet. I don't like them. I think they're too sweet, but he wanted them. And Gavin has, without going into too much personal detail, has been volunteering in a volunteer position that has turned into a little bit more of a volunteer position. It's something to be congratulated for, especially when you have special needs and you move up somehow. So he got a little treat. We had a friend picked him up today before he had to go volunteer, took him out to Wendy's for breakfast and wanted to surprise him and say, hey, congratulations. So I got him that. I got some nuggets and I got some Butterfingers. If you remember, I have a hospitality basket and a jar of chocolate next to it. We're running low, so that's for the hospitality basket. And then I got these because it was an impulsive buy. As we were walking out, I said, ooh, mini corn muffins. Like, Lynn, buy a box of Jiffy Mix and make mini corn muffins. But somehow, some way, when you buy them in the store, they just taste a little bit better. So I got these. I thought these would go nice. So I'm making some homemade coleslaw today. Oh, let me show you one other thing. Hang on. Let's see. I'll show you the box. Here's the box. Nope, this is not sponsored, but I'm just showing you. I tried it, every plate. I got a 50% off coupon, so I thought I'd try it. It came out to $3.40 per meal, and I got a meal for 4 people. There's 3 of us, but I have 2 guys, so I figured that it would equal out to 4 people. So it came out to $3.40 a meal, and I was watching somebody else, see Mindy Mom. I don't know if you watch her channel. I love her channel. Godly woman, pastor's wife, lives on a budget, just everyday mom, you know, living life, trying to raise her family the right way, trying to do all the right things. And I just like her. She's real, and it's not a show. It's her life. But anyway, she recommended this. She has been sponsored before. I'm not sponsored, but she said 50% off coupon at $3.40 a meal. And her thinking was sometimes you just don't want to cook, but you don't want to go out and spend $15, $20 a person. So instead of it being maybe 75 cents to $1 a meal, if I did it from scratch, at $3.40 a meal is a whole lot cheaper than $15 or $20 a person. So tonight, this is what we're making. And then there's this chicken one. So that's pork, like fajitas, I guess. It sounds really good. And I'm making homemade coleslaw with that. I happen to have cabbage. I'm making homemade coleslaw. Then there's this chicken. That's not really my thing, but I think the guys would like that more. I'll eat the Brussels sprouts. And then there's smash burger. Who doesn't like burgers, right? So they're the 3 meals that we got. And I'm going to be making the pork fajitas tonight. And I'm going to do the homemade coleslaw. Then I figured tomorrow with the kielbasa pasta dish that I'm making, that'll be great. We'll use some more homemade coleslaw. It's only my husband and I that'll eat it. And then I'll probably do the smash burgers the next day, and we'll finish up the homemade coleslaw. I'll maybe have one more meal with it. So that would be a nice side dish. And then the corn at $1 a package, I can add that to it. I still have broccoli from the Costco trip. I think I have 2 bags left of that. I still have carrots in my refrigerator. I have canned vegetables too if I need them. I think I might have spinach and more corn in the freezer, but this is with the butter sauce at $1 a package. To me, that was worth it. So that's what I did. I went and got my hair cut. So it's quite short, like a lot shorter, but I like it. What do you guys think? Does it look good? You know, first day getting your hair cut, it doesn't quite gel the way you want it to, but I wanted a fresh look. I wanted something new. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. I feel like I don't know. I just felt good. I needed to do something for Lynn. So right now, I am going to, it's my day off, but I'm going to go work probably for about 4 hours. I have to send my team their schedule for the next couple of weeks. I need to catch up on emails. I have a couple of days off. I work 1 day and then I'm on vacation. So I'm going to be out of the office for about 10 to 12 days. So I figured I better get my emails done today. Then I can put on my email that I'm out of the office until such and such a date. And then I don't have to check emails. Get the schedule out to the team. And then, yeah, we're putting up, over yonder here, we're putting up Christmas decorations. I'd say we're about 75% done. My husband's been doing that more than me. Our house. I'm going to show you a little clip here. Just hang on. I have a question. Who has been living in my house? So hang on. I'm going to put a clip right here. So that's my dining room table. Now let me show you my kitchen. So my question is, who has been living in this house? I keep saying to my husband, somebody must have stayed here while we were out because this house is a disaster. I have been working so many hours and we've been doing a lot with activities at church and just holiday activities. We went on a bus trip and things. My house is a disaster. So I'm going to put this food away. I am going to go drink my chocolate milk. And then I'm going to work for a little bit on my computer while my husband naps. Then when he wakes up, I am making, what did I say? Oh, pork fajitas for dinner tonight. Then I'm cooking up bacon for breakfast tomorrow. I'm going to cook that today, so tomorrow we just warm it up. I'm making my Nana's, was Scottish, my Nana's pan scones, as we call it. And we'll have that with butter and lemon curd tomorrow with the bacon for Thanksgiving breakfast. I thought that would be nice. And what else did I have to make tonight? Oh, I have some lemons in the refrigerator I need to squeeze. If you remember, where's my little squeezer? Here. If you remember, I put them in the plastic cups. So I made a chicken soup. I don't know if I showed you that the other day or not. Let me tell you. You want to take your chicken soup to the next level. Add fresh lemon juice. Oh, so it's about 2-ish, depending on the size of the lemons, maybe 2 to 2.5 lemons to fill in one of those plastic containers. So if you make a smaller pot of soup, I do one, a little fly or something. I do 1 container. If you do a big pot of soup, I do 2 containers of the lemon juice. It just raises it to the next level. It's good vitamin C. And I had made chicken soup, and I made a bunch of it, and I put it in the freezer. So I pulled it out today, and I had one of those big quart-sized container. Grandma and I had a mug of soup and some saltine crackers with butter. And then I ended up still having a small, like, pint size. So I put it in there, added a little bit more broth because, you know, it tends to thicken up in the freezer. Froze that for another day. I can take that for work, or he can have it. Having homemade soup in the freezer has saved us for so many meals, like homemade soup and crackers or rolls or bread, or just homemade soup, or a bowl of cereal. It's become like our favorite go-to for, I don't know, what do you feel like? I don't know, we'll make soup or we'll have a bowl of cereal. You know, you guys ever do that? All right, what else can I tell you? I think that's it. So I'm gonna make the bacon and the scones, dinner for tonight. I can't think of anything else. I gotta work. We're going to finish our Christmas decorations. I got to do wash, or we're going to be walking around like half naked because I got to get wash done. And I got to get this house clean. So I think today I'm going to do the best I can. And then after Thanksgiving dinner, come home, we'll probably have a nap. And then I'll finish cleaning because I want my house back in order. We have a ton of activity coming up in the next several weeks between now and Christmas. And there are at least 3 events in my home that I'm hosting. So, girl, I got to get my act together. So I would love to hear from you in the comments. Many of you have asked about, not many, a few, but enough, have asked about my podcast. It is called Hope for Today. It is faith-based. If you need a simple, once-a-week teaching on a Bible verse or a life application based on scripture, I try and be an encouragement to you on that particular podcast, but it is called Hope for Today. You can catch it on Facebook, Hope for Today with Lynn Wilson, or you can YouTube it, Hope for Today with Lynn Wilson. It is not my personal podcast. It is through my work, but it's still me. You get to see me in another way, I guess you'd say. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here and you want to hang out with me, I am an everyday woman in her 60s with my 2 people at home. One is my husband, who's on disability. He has epilepsy. And my youngest son is at home. He's on disability and he has autism as well as 4 other diagnoses. He's an amazing young man. We've done a great job just getting him situated in life, but it does add challenges to my life. So I don't have an everyday, got it together, girl, life. My house looks like a disaster because some days I'm taking care of them. I also help my mom out, who lives 20 minutes from here. And she's older, and we just help out where we can. So my days are full of, I work full time. I work probably 45 to 50 hours per week, as well as try and take care of my home. So sometimes it's either do the dishes or do the wash. Like, I can't do both, and I try and cook from scratch as much as I can. Sometimes though, I like taking, little shortcuts like my pizza and my corn muffins that I don't have to make. But then again, I'm making homemade scones. So anyway, that's me. If you want to hang out with me, you want to meet somebody that's real, and you're going to see my messy house. You did see my messy house. This is my life. So sometimes it is life, and I'd love for you to subscribe. I said all that just to say subscribe, hang out with me, join the community. I'd love for you to do that. We are in New Jersey. We're in the Pine Barrens, Jersey Shore area. And we as a family, the Wilson family, love life. We enjoy life. We live life to the fullest, the best we can, in spite of disabilities. We just make it work however we need to do that. So you all have a great day. We'll catch you all on the next video.